And today, we're going to continue this conversation that we started last week, as when someone puts their lives in danger on purpose, we started talking about the idea that there's only two outcomes that can happen. Like you run across the street, you run in front of a bus, A, you'll get hit and you died. And we discussed that whole idea, that why it's anti-betachon to do so. Even though a person who has betachon can't just put his life in danger, he has to take care of himself. He has to take care of his health. He has to make sure he doesn't deteriorate over time. He has to do all his ishtadlus. And then we said the second outcome that's possible is that he survives. That yes, he put himself into a dangerous situation, but what happened at the end was nothing happened, right? He ran across the street. He knew the danger. He had a 1% chance of survival, and he made it. He made that 1% chance. He hit that 1%. Now, what happens with that? So the Chavis says is the second possibility, right? Alternatively, he might be saved with the help of Hashem. But then, what happens is he uses up all his zechusim, all his merit that he built up over the years to take with him to Olam Haba, to get that level, the high level of Olam Haba. He uses that up. That's an account that you could use. And we see that very, very clearly. This is an old conversation that's been talked about. A person should never stand in a place of danger and say that I'm going to rely on a miracle. Because maybe a miracle will not happen, right? And then he will shed his own blood, like we said last week. That's the first possibility. And then if a miracle does happen, it's deducted from all his merits. And you see this very clearly in the Torah. When Jacob Avinu, it says, V'amar Jacob Avinu olav hashalom. Jacob Avinu said, when he was returning from Padan Aram and he was facing Esav and his 400 men, Yaakov tells us, he says, I am too small for all this kindness. And there's two ideas that can mean. It means either I'm too small or that he already used up so much because he's gone through so much that he has nothing left. And so he's too small for this kindness and he fears for his life because he says, I don't have any merit left in the account for a nace to happen. And therefore, I am worried that I won't make it through this one. And he says over here that a person who has the ability to protect themselves with their own ability, meaning they can choose not to be in that dangerous situation, they have to put themselves into a safe situation. If it's your choice and your ability, you have to do your part. You have to do your shtalos, and you see that Yaakov Avinu was concerned about that.